Hi everyone, welcome to Pigtree, or welcome back if you've been here before. Today I'm going to try and make a terrarium candle, and you'll probably see a video of what it ends up looking like now, but I haven't made it yet, so let's see how this turns out. So first things first, I'm going to need some wax, and I'm going to need to melt that wax, and to do that I'm going to use this ToAuto Wax Melter. And I'm going to do a blend of soy and beeswax. I do need it to go into a mould and keep the shape, so I'm hoping the beeswax will help with that, but I'm basically just going to throw a bunch of it in this pot, stir it every minute or so, and I'll see you back here once it's all melted. If you want to get your own ToAuto Wax Melter, follow the link in the description box below for 5% off. So the wax is all melted and ready, and the first thing I need to do is to pour some out, dye it green, and pour it into the wax moulds that I have to make some succulents and cacti. Now I've not used these moulds before, so I have no idea what they're going to come out like, but let's find out together. One of the benefits of this ToAuto Wax Melter is that it's going to hold the wax at just the right temperature. This is really useful for this project because there's a few different elements that I need to make separately and then join them all together, but it will make sense eventually. I gathered up everything I would need and poured the wax. Then I very quickly found out that pouring melted wax into a cold metal bowl was not the smartest idea. Please let me know your recommendations of wax pouring jugs in the comments. I'm thinking of upgrading to a glass one, but I'm interested to hear your suggestions. I'm also going to add some fragrance oil in there, and I've got this little box of sort of little fragrance oils that I have, so I'm just going to pick one out. I think rose might be quite nice because this is sort of a floral theme. I should have probably preheated this melter because it is making the wax solidify a little bit, but I can just add more hot wax to melt it down again, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. So I'm just going to keep adding green until I get a green that I like. Because the wax was solidifying, some of the green dye chips didn't fully melt, but I actually like the speckled effect that this made. And now I've got my teeny weeny little moulds that I'm going to attempt to get the wax in and hopefully not get too many air bubbles, so wish me luck. I scooped the wax into the moulds and was surprised by how well it flowed. I tapped each mould on the table after filling it to eliminate any air bubbles. Okay, that did not go to plan, but I will say it's probably user error. Most people tend to use a glass pouring jar with this, but I don't have one, so I was trying to use what I had. I've managed to squidge the wax in, even though it did solidify quite quickly on me, so maybe in future I either need to preheat this, get a glass pouring jug, or maybe preheat the wax a little bit hotter than it should be. I'm going to leave these to set, demold them, see if I can use them, but if not, I still got a bunch of melted wax in here ready to go for a second attempt. So these feel pretty cool now, and I think they're fully set. I'm not holding out too much hope, but I guess let's unmold them and see if any of them are useful. Okay, it's actually worked perfectly fine. I think I will do a close-up of these in a second. Not all of these will actually fit in the jar, so if some of them break, we're okay. So this one's got a few broken arms. I don't think we're going to be using that one, but that's fine. It can either be just used as a wax melt, or I'll melt it down again in future for something else. But I've got 4 that I'm pretty happy with, and that will be more than enough to fill a jar and give us a base for our terrarium candle. So even though these didn't go quite as planned, they turned out good enough, I think. So the next step is to move on to prepping our jar. I tried to find the jar with sort of widest base that I could, and I've ended up with this old Nutella jar. And as you can see, these 4 should fit just about in there. But what I need to do first is add some wicks, and I think I'm going to go with wooden wicks for this one, just because it's got that sort of wild botanical theme. I don't use them very often, but we'll see if they work in this. I think 2 wicks should probably be fine for this. Then I'm going to pour a base of just white, stick these into that wax while it's still slightly liquid, and then I think I'm going to top it with some sand effect wax, just so that it really looks like a terrarium. So, time to get cracking. So I'm just going to wait for this wax to set a little bit so that I can pop these on top. They should still stick because the wax will still be warm, but they shouldn't sink to the bottom because the wax is so liquidy. Okay, so I think I'm at the stage now where I should add the plants. I'm hoping I haven't left it too long, but we can always add a small sort of hot layer of wax. I've got tweezers just to make it easier to pop them in. I'm hoping if I just press them down a little bit, they should stick. I think I'm going to have to add just a thin layer of this wax to really keep them in place. So I've now got 4 little succulents where I just want them. They're not sticking, so I think I left it a little bit too long. But again, that's the benefit of having the wax melted and ready for use. So I'm just going to dribble in a teeny weeny bit on the thin layer. Just make sure that all the succulents stay in place. I'm just going to wave that set off again, but what I do have is, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but black sand wax. So I've not used sand wax before, and I thought this might be a great application for it. Kind of just looks like onion seeds or something like that at the moment, but what I'm hoping to do is sprinkle it over this once this top layer is just set a little bit more. And once it's set, it should mean that none of these succulents will move. Then I can trim the wicks and we will have a candle. Now I do know that I haven't actually scented the bottom layer. I did scent the succulents probably a little bit more than normal, but the beeswax that's mixed into this actually has a nice honey scent of its own, so I'm not too sad if I get a bit of that before I get the rose scent that I scented the plants with. So I'm just waiting for this to set, and then I can sprinkle the black sand over it. This doesn't necessarily need to be kept in place, so I'm going to give this a few minutes. So I poured in some black sand and tilted the candle to get good coverage, then came back in with a paintbrush to remove any sand from the succulents. So I'm calling this done. I just need to snip the wicks and then see how it burns. But I'm pretty happy with how this came out for a first attempt. I might try this again if you guys are interested. I think I made the base a little bit too deep, but I think it's going to smell amazing and I think it looks pretty cute. So thank you for watching. Please consider liking and definitely consider subscribing. And I'm going to go ahead and clean this out and see how easy it is to have mess-free wax. So I have seen some videos online that people clean these melters by filling them with water, switching them on and then draining it, and all the melted wax sort of comes out with the water. You can see there are some impurities from the wax in there, but I'm going to give that a go, and this is the before And this is the after. I did have to still wipe it, but it came out much cleaner than if I hadn't filled it with water and emptied it. And it had the added bonus that I could put sort of tools and melting pots that I've used in there, and the wax melts off those as well. So definitely the technique I'm going to use in future to clean my ToAuto Wax Melter.